Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. We have more games. Yes, tonight. We have a lot of games. I'm not going to get nearly as much done today as I have been. I've been casting 2 or 3 sets tonight. Tonight we're going to get 1 set casted. I think that we have like 3 or 4 more already turned in. So I'm always going to be behind for the next probably week to week and a half or so, depending. We'll see. But it's exciting. I know that everyone's been following along. They've been playing their games. We've got a lot of information everywhere going for map changes and any sort of issue, as well as all the good things as well. And today we see GothsGothsGoths versus 1sh0t, and we have 1sh0t selecting Battlegrounds as his home map, Tiger, or GothsGothsGoths selecting Mott and Bailey, and the neutral map they banned down to was Forest. That's exciting. A Forest map for game number 1. And as far as the draft goes, we'll start with 1sh0t here. He banned Cumans, chose Magyars, Hindustanis, Berbers, Malians, which were randomly sniped from him, and then Ethiopians. And for Tiger or GothsGothsGoths, he bans Mongols. We'll have Celts, Saracens, Byzantines, chose Goths, but those were sniped from him. And then we'll see Huns for his final selection. So lots of games potentially tonight. Best of 3, of course, and we've seen a lot of these sets go to 3 games, which has been awesome. But we won't waste any time. We'll dive right into game number 1. I already have it loaded up here, and here we go. Forests, named after the 4 forests. We'll have 1sh0t here in blue with the Berbers. So obviously looking to use that Berber speed, potentially cheap Cavalier spam to his advantage in game number 1. And we have a lovely generation where they spawn very close to one another. So we'll see how this goes. GothsGothsGoths here will be with the Saracens. So fine civilizations for this map. See what everyone goes for. Interesting build here as we only built 1 house to start. Obviously, this is fine, it's not common, and the housing positions are always awkward to start on this map. A little bit worse off, I'd say, here for GothsGothsGoths, as he's got lots of resources over here. Nonetheless, we'll have to wait and see what these players have in store for us. I have been feeling a little bit under the weather today, so trying to not go too crazy with the talking tonight, but we'll see how things progress. We already have 1sh0t headed out with his horse scout, and it looks like we'll probably see the same here shortly from GothsGothsGoths scout. Players obviously unaware of where their opponent starts. Generally, it's either directly across from you or like we see here, or in either of the other corners as well. So, we'll have to see how their scouting is, and we'll have to pay attention to who notices what when. Strategically, there's boars in the middle for as many of you already know, and we've seen a lot of multiple boar lures at the same time come in. We've seen that benefit players, and we've seen it hurt players, so we'll have to see what it looks like here. And that said, we'll be very curious to see what the strategy choice is here. I believe that GothsGothsGoths may have wanted Goths for this very map. Don't know exactly, but it would have made sense. And, he stayed true to his Goth name and chose them, which is exciting. Makes it easy to realize he does, in fact, enjoy them. Wonder what it's going to look like here, though, as both players' scouts have been looking around the mid here. So I imagine we're going to see something before too long. As well as the Ville, looks like we already seen one come out here. Makes a lot of sense. Potential to block with your horse scout as well. And some more houses here. Maybe we're going to see this kind of just be the wall. Based on how he's building these. Will be interesting though. And this will be a multiple lore here. The scout for 1sh0t is here. Let's see if this pays off for him. He will use the horse to block. I think this might be seen. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it looks like it may be. Continually blocking and another boar coming out, or another veil going out. Looks like that was a mistake. We'll see loom coming in. Oh, this is painful. I was wondering if he was going to get too far away, and he did just that. He's going to have to try to bring them both back. Like he is going to be able to do so. You got to keep him a little closer than what he just did there. He continues to block here, and I think he already has loom, so blocking that much seems a bit irrelevant, but he will do the town center trick. He will shoot both of them, and he will get them both in here. And I'm sure he'll be pretty happy with that. And on the other side, what do we see here from GothsGothsGoths? He's going for boron wood. It's a little bit heavier. Does have a boar under the town center. Looks like it's freshly been delivered, so don't think he brought one in. Maybe he did bring one in from the middle. Missed out on all that action while we were watching this occur, and our Berber player goes out for even more of these boars, so really trying to take advantage of this. We will see our Goth player bring this one in as well. Feudal Age is clicked behind this here. I feel like Capture Age is a little off with just positioning right now for all these upgrades coming in, but well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Gonna at least try to take 2 boar in again, I'd say. He does just that. We'll take 1 downhill hit, but should be just fine. Both players are on their way up to the next stage. Do have villagers on berries for both. Only 2 for our Berber player. 4 here. Otherwise, and we see gold will begin to be taken. No food under the town center, but plenty of food overall. It looks like he's got his boar tackling skills under wraps here. We will see a barracks for both, obviously, and then I'm guessing it'll be scouts from the Berber player, especially with all that food. Only 1 on gold. We're going out for another boar here with our Saracen player, so he will look to bring in yet another boar. And players have done a good job. They've cleaned out about half of the middle circle here of boar. So, wait and see how that progresses. It will be a stable here, and we don't have the wood just yet. There it is. Alright, there will be an archery range, and that will get scouted. Based. What's up, Imperial? Or Imperiald? I don't know what your name is, bro. Goths did select the Goths, though, Kados, but they were sniped from him. So, yeah, ads. I'm sorry about the ads, guys. It's literally at the lowest possible thing it could be. I cannot change it. It is impossible. Turn them off. So I'm sorry for your loss of ad watching time, but you know, it will not be forever. So much hunt taken, actually, as well. Like, these guys have cleaned it out, and we continue to see our Berber guy go for this here. 1-shot will have so much food, it's ridiculous. He's queuing in scouts now. Just some spearmen coming out in defense, and the walls are coming up on this side as he does know where his opponent is, and 1-shot will do the same. So very much gonna wall up that area. The spears are up to 4 in number already. Yeah, Berbers are very nice on this map. 1-shot losing valuable HP here off of 1 scout. More production on those, so we're gonna move to 5 scouts on the field. We have an archery range coming in and a blacksmith, or archers being produced, I'm sorry. And we'll see a second stable, so we're going all in on this play right now, and the gold villas are not protected. This is problematic. There's a lot of spears here. I think just a couple walls would be nice here. This villager's exposed. Oh, he's gonna think better of it. A couple villas here, but they can't really get the kills right now. And that's what makes this a little awkward. Garrison will take some HP. And ultimately, this has been pretty safe. The archer numbers are growing. That wall's coming in. We're going to get some house walls around the wood line. And, you know, the scouts are not going to be able to do much damage now. This has been a very large investment here. Double stables is extremely aggressive. We'll have to see if it pays off, though. Currently, it appears as if it will not be paying off. There's a villager or two that are not working here for GothsGothsGoths, but all things considered, unless there's a hole, there's not much of a threat here. He's going to shift more onto gold. Archer numbers are getting up there, and one scout is picked off. Where are the other scouts? Oof. 5 more scouts at home. Will be 6 more scouts at home. That is a large military force. And so far, 0 eco kills there. The KD is 1-0. Sorry, I was second guessing what I said. 1-0 because that scout went down. And the archers are coming forward at a decent time here. Fletching will be in soon. 10 scouts against 6 archers and 4 spears here on the front. I think if he sees this, he'll turn back. I really think it's going to be difficult to defend this. Maybe he chooses to just wall up behind this, though. The scouts will surely clean this. It's a big fight, but the archers aren't being microed back in time here, and 1-shot will have a large military advantage here, as that got cleaned up fairly convincingly. And the archer numbers will be continue to be produced. See more spearmen added into the action. And we're going to see another archery range. So we'll see if that can pay off here. The spearmen are getting some very nice hits as some quick house walls come in here. Oh, and this is a terrible fight here. My goodness. Those spearmen end up with 5 kills. And we almost have walls behind this as well. Market, another archery range. Wall up the front, have to send the scouts all the way around there if that happens. But the scout numbers have been extremely limited as bloodlines will come in. Farm numbers are up there though. 20 farms already for 1-shot. Let's not have horse collar though. And without using the food as heavily to produce these scout numbers, GothsGothsGoths might be up beforehand. The scout goes down. And Imperial, if that's your name, sorry about the admin. Like I said, whenever you mentioned that, I cannot change them any more than they already are. As 1-shot loses another 2 scouts. Even with bloodlines, they're going down here. Do we have any more in production? We do. We'll have an archery range here now as well. Hey man, trust me, I wish I could. I really wish I could turn them off. I don't do this for a living, I do this for fun. Like, I'm not trying to make money on this. All the money I do make, though, does sponsor these tournaments, so it's kind of the double-edged sword. Sucks, but what are you gonna do, right? Castle Age for GothsGothsGoths first. So even with all that crazy food income and all the boars, the scouts really didn't pay off, and it's been kind of a rough situation for the scouts on the map thus far. Now, these walls are not complete. There's a scout or a spear there. When will these units go forward? The wood line has been chopped through. We are going to see some more of the houses put down, but we could see a vill go down here. We could see a lot of villas go down here. It will just depend. These spearmen are on the front. That spear will be taken out. This villager will be the first villager of the game to die here. The wood line is getting rewalled. The spears are likely going to be sent back home momentarily. If not, he really can't lose anything. Maybe over here he could. Bit awkward. We are seeing added archer armor come in. So this is full archer play. The gold is exposed. And the quick walls come in just in time. Oh, but they get taken out. So two, 3 vills could go down here. Yeah, it looks like they will. And Goth is saying, screw it, I'm going forward. I want to do damage. So, an interesting choice. You notice this isn't going to deal with it though right now. Very interesting indeed. The military coming forward though will be problematic for the moment. He can only afford crossbow to start things off. No bot canero in just yet. We will have knights that will have +1/+1, and we'll soon have +2/+1. Or +1/+2, however you want to say it. We'll have a defensive siege workshop and a town center here. Oh, the scouts are actually leaving. I guess he wants to try to deal with this military. Botkin will come in, and this could be very difficult to defend. There's a lot of archers here. And these are Saracen archers, so they could kill buildings quite effectively here. Few spearmen in front. Botkin will be in momentarily. This is causing a lot of idle time, and Goth is not paying attention now. He'll get some HP off of that, but they do have +2 now, so is he paying attention? Like he's realized now. Alright, where are the scouts? Scouts are in the middle. Woodline has moved over here, an interesting choice. These walls have not gone up just yet. This is a ton of idle eco time, though. Look at the worker efficiency down here. Just below 60% to below 30% here in the last few minutes. And honestly, taking out some farms, it's not the end of the world, but GothsGothsGoths is floating a ton of wood. He needs to fix his economy behind this, and maybe even add some town centers. There will be 2 town centers to 1. And we do have a siege workshop. We have a scorpion first, and then mangonels, and that is not really how you want to lose your army to the town center. The scouts will dive. Not all the military at once, though. That scorpion will get some work done. And this army is going to get cleaned up. It looks like the scouts with the knights mixed in should be able to do enough to clean this up. And it will be 2 TCs to 1. The eco is looking better for 1-shot here, even after all that idle time. Really, it just idled a woodline and farms momentarily. Just simply moves his economy elsewhere. And military numbers behind this are 6. 2 archers and 4 spearmen. Or sorry, 3 spearmen because the scout's still alive. So, 1-shot looking to be in the lead here with both economy and with the military at the moment, as we will see a 2nd town center added. No 3rd town center yet. These archers will get caught out and will not survive. And we're just going to see some more walls behind here. Gold mine still has a lot of gold left on it. Won't be an issue. We see a stable being teched into. Probably going to go into Saracen camels. Mangonel will come forward. This gold mine will have to be abandoned. And it looks like, yeah, this is kind of realized, so this will be brought over, and it will be a TC coming up. The blacksmith is in trouble here. Some spearmen come from behind, but don't really get a lot of damage done. Some wood has been sold. Food was bought. And all things considered, vills could go down. I don't know if this upgrade will even finish. And this is going to be a problem for a minute. Camels are only being produced out of 1 stable. A wall behind this, it looks like, and he's going to repair this long enough to get the upgrade, or at least that is his hope. And he will not be able to do so. Instead, he'll drop one directly behind it. Mangonel will be here, though. GothsGothsGoths looks like he's going to be in a lot of trouble. This is not going to go up. This will go down. They're stable to come up behind this, but the military here is going to be fully upgraded in a moment. I don't know if husbandry came in. 0.49. I think it did come in. Camels are generally slightly faster. Normally. Not the case now, though. And we have a table that didn't get completed here. So yeah, it's looking very rough here. The camels are gonna have to dive here, try to fight this off. But a lot of ills are gonna go down here. Not enough space here. It looks like 1-shot will take game number 1 here. At this point, it looks fairly convincing to me. I think that GothsGothsGoths did a good job to get that military forward, but he was not able to keep it alive. And behind that 1-shot was able to boom up, do a good job behind it. As the archery range is getting taken out still by 1 knight. GothsGothsGoths not throwing the towel in just yet, but he is getting raided left and right. And he is fairly far behind now in the eco with 20 vills. This is a best of 3 though, so we will guaranteedly have a second game. And GothsGothsGoths is hoping he can get production going here and keep these camels doing damage, but he's got so much idle TC time. He's lost so many vills now. Even with the raid and everything that did happen, the Eco KD is 13-0 here for 1-shot. As 1-shot behind this is not all in either. He's got good economy rolling, and it looks like he's walling up even more of the map here just to stay safe, getting the house walls down. He has been housed a few times, but already 109 population. Stable will be getting taken out. Villagers are dying under the town center. And all things considered, the stable's not going to be enough here. You can't keep his villagers working. Mangonel's going after the town center, even farther forward siege workshop, because all the siege has been coming from the one he built defensively originally. And knights continue to wreak havoc over the eco here. A few more camels on the field, but they only have +1 against +2/+2 knights. Even that bonus damage isn't going to be enough to save them. Just look how fast they get overwhelmed with the numbers here. And this town center will be going down momentarily. Yeah, I'm just going to dive under. The GothsGothsGoths calls the GGG. And 1-shot takes game number 1. It's like a very close game early, but once the defensive position was taken here from our Berber player, things got a little bit mixed up and the eco started to run away. Good use of the boars for both players. Solid game 1. Going to shift over to the drafts. We will go to Tiger's home map, or GothsGothsGoths home map of Mott and Bailey. And we just saw a Berber victory over a Saracen defeat. We'll see what we have in store for game number 2. We load into that game here on Mott and Bailey. Alright, game number 2. Mott and Bailey, GothsGothsGoths with the Celts. You did not build the houses. Players have learned quickly you don't need to build the houses. Well, some players have. 1-shot, maybe not quite as prepared. We'll build 1 house. Interesting choice, but that's alright. It is very fine to have some extra houses, not good house. If you guys aren't familiar with the map, we give you guys a large corner of the map walled up. That canvas area actually might be the most useful one I've seen thus far, because it actually takes up some walling space, which is quite nice rather than this one who just randomly sits here. But nonetheless, we give you guys mills, lumber camps, or no, sorry, mills and mining camps, few outposts, lots of food within your walls. But we've seen a lot of fast castle attempts that don't go so well. So let's see what we have here. GothsGothsGoths, I believe that the Celts could go for some crazy all-in man-at-arms play. We have seen that a few times on this map in past times, so let's see what happens. But nonetheless, he will be getting that boar under the TC. Other one's out here, obviously. And both players going to be scouting their maps here. Mills are looking pretty decent for both players, actually. A little bit better maybe for Gargoth's player here. But nonetheless, let's see what players go for. It will be interesting to see their strategy decisions. If we do go late game, this could be a very interesting matchup as well, especially considering the possibilities of the siege for both of these civs. But time will tell. GothsGothsGoths already headed out here to the berries. I imagine he'll go to the deer after he gets another vill out there. Second boar going to be coming in. Good usage of the sheep to keep the gate open. And we'll have to wait and see how this one goes. But we are looking for GothsGothsGoths to try to take this to a game 3. So it's a must win for him. His tournament life is on the line. And 1shot looking to close the series out in advance here. So both players have a lot on the line and looking to win the game. I think that I would probably favor the Celts player early, but the later it gets, I think I'd favor the Ethiopian player. Maybe. I don't know. It's a very interesting matchup. That's kind of what I think. Kind of think that our Ethiopian player, I think if he can get to like the death ball that the Ethiopians want to get to, it could be extremely huge. But earlier on, I favor the Celts' aggression here. Obviously, they have great siege as well, but lacking the unique tech. What is it called? What's it called? Crap. Portion engines. The Ethiopian late game could be a little better. On to the deer. Very low idle TC time, and I like GothsGothsGoths must be listening to my cast because you see this. He went for 16 villagers or 14 villagers on food before chopping a tree. Our Ethiopian player doing something similar as well. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, Joe. Joe, how are you just now following me, Joe? What the hell, Joe? For those who don't know, I play team games with Joe. A lot. It's all good, Joe. Thank you. Thank you. I'll unfollow. That doesn't surprise me at this point. But I appreciate the follow. I'm 3 follows away from 500, which is pretty cool. Welcome, Joe. Hope all is well. Welcome, Makoto and Imperial as well. I don't think I said welcome to you guys, but thanks for stopping in. Kados is here as well. We love Kados. So, Loom and Feudal Age without Loom. That's the difference here. And our Celt player already going for this beautiful building. Knight, I welcomed you earlier when you said thank you. But you're welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone who's here chatting or not chatting. No pressure to chat. You are welcome to lurk as well. We see militia production. Knight has to go to bed. What? So early. For him, it's even earlier. But whatever. Whatever has to happen. Knight's around. He's like my only active mod. So I will have to mod the rest of the stream. It's alright. No worries, Knight. I think Jabari is the only other mod, actually. So we haven't gotten too many spammy messages or anything, so no worries there at all. Oh! Oh! Preemptive! Palisade walls behind the gates. 1-shot expects the aggression. Yeah, you both are very odd when it comes to when you go to sleep. I'm not gonna lie. I stay up till midnight and get up at like 6 every day, and you guys are going to bed at like 9:30. To each their own, though. To each their own. And I'm usually up because of my kids, right? So, big difference. Market Blacksmith, and this is a very interesting fast castle. It is actually going to potentially work this time because he's preemptively walled behind a bit. I think he should have been putting this barracks farther forward to block even more of this space off. But it is very interesting. We will have a lot of men-at-arms though, and more coming. This looks like a very all-in play here. As we see now, an archery range will be added. Oh, I don't know if that palisade gets up, bud. I don't know if it gets up. I think 1-shot's gonna be upset if he doesn't get up. Oh, his Vil goes to the wrong palisade. Oh, this could be devastating. He's a minute and a half from the castle age, and this barracks has not completed. He needs to complete the barracks. He will likely lose this Vil. He will lose the Vil. So that 23 pop-up is really not worth it. All these walls he invested into are going to do absolutely nothing. We see some nice quick walls from 1-shot, but I don't know if that Vil gets away. He's actually leading these men-at-arms to more villagers, and these Vils do have loom, but the Celt speed. What elo is this? Good question. 1-shot is the number 2 seed in the 1300 bracket, so he is up near the top, so 1300. I'm pulling it up right now. He might even be over 1300 at this point because the tournament's been going on for a minute, right? And the elos were pulled beforehand. Let me see. But the men-at-arms are doing work, and they're even over here doing work. Yeah, right now 1-shot is at 1258 elo. He's peaked at 1308. As villagers are dying to men-at-arms. Oh, this is brutal. Another Vil or 2 or 3 could go down the archery range. Not going to go up. All these Vils are dead. This game is going to end quickly here. Going to end very quickly here. That is a bit painful. More and more continues to die. And then GothsGothsGoths is currently at his peak elo at 1221. So players are all over the place. Yeah, this is the second time we've seen a high elo player struggling to survive against a very all-in approach. I guess it's just not what they're expecting, I suppose. Can we get a third? I mean, Makoto did play Sam. I saw those games came in, so it's possible. And then our 1 seed. Let's look at the bracket. Let's look at the bracket in a little bit. I don't know. I think our 1 seed played their games today as well, and I forget who that was against. But it's very interesting. Very interesting. Let's wait and see what happens here. Fletching is now in, but I mean, this has been devastating. We continue to lose things over here. Dravidians all the way. Another Vil. Nope, it survives, so just barely. But we'll have to wait and see how things progress in the tournament. Obviously, the number 3 seed went down yesterday. Spoilers, by the way. Or maybe he didn't. That was an epic set. Yeah, the idle time doesn't matter. It's not about the idle time. This isn't all in. This is the strat. He is all in, and it's working. So what? He's not in Castle Age. More men-at-arms, more archers. They're all coming forward. Like, he does not care. At this point, his biggest problem is he kept getting housed. It looks like he's remedying that now. He is making some vills, though. He's not 100% relying on this to work now. He's done a ton of damage, however, and 1-shot will likely lose this game. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of interesting plays. There are going to be archers here, too, so the archers are going to be even more hard-pressed. The speedy Goth man-at-arms are also huge. And now this is not safe. There's an archer here. He's targeting the low HP when he is. That archer will get a kill. It's not cheating, but it's not a part of the all-in man-at-arms play. That's all. And, I mean, this is devastating. I can't believe that our Ethiopian player hasn't called it yet. Or maybe he should just make a stable and add a knight or two, but he doesn't have the gold. These villagers are taking gold, but they will not be alive for much longer. And this man-at-arms is determined to do damage. We still have one man-at-arm constantly sitting here, waiting for things to happen. And behind this, we have a blacksmith, so potentially we're going to see a click up before long. Yeah, these villagers have limited lifetime left. The GG comes in a quick 20-minute game here. 19 man-at-arms. Castle Age. Again, we see it. It's proven. It's been proven so many times over and over again. You cannot go for a naked vast castle. It just doesn't work on this map unless your opponent does the exact same thing. It's just devastating. I mean, we've seen this happen time and time again, and nobody ever expects it, right? GG! GothsGothsGoths will force a finale game 3 here. We'll be on Battlegrounds, 1-shot's home map selection. We saw the Celt victory, and we saw the Ethiopian defeat. We have Byzantines and Huns for Tiger or GothsGothsGoths, and then we have Magyars and Hindustanis here for 1-shot. So, you load in, grab a drink, and we'll be back to cast game 3, guys. All right. Decider game number 3. GothsGothsGoths with the Byzantines. A very interesting civilization. We'll have to see how this one goes. We don't see this picked here very much, to be honest. And then to follow things in, our Hindustani player will be going for, or 1-shot will be going for the Hindustanis. Interesting. No, Kados. No, I really strongly believe that the draft system for the maps and for the civs has made it better for players because they can prepare a specific map and be guaranteed to play that specific map. I really think that that has thrown things into a very unique place, especially for this ELO range, right? It's been very close. We've seen so many sets that were not sweeps. We've only seen a couple sweeps overall, and we'll look at that during the bracket update at the end of this game. But it's been very nice. This draft system has been magnificent, I feel. I also think the maps have been balanced appropriately. And obviously, we all start somewhere, right? And early on in the days of these maps, it wasn't as well balanced. So I think that is interesting. Yep, that's what I mean, Kados. That's what I think is really good. Battlegrounds. I mean, this is my map, right? This is my favorite map. This is my idea. I wanted it made. I wanted it to be like a very feudal heavy map. Obviously, the tournaments have been named after this. We've had Battlegrounds 1 through 3. One was named Battlegrounds Custom. We had 2 team Battlegrounds, but we've also had multiple brackets like every single time. And then these maps were used in the Banana Open Classic and 2 other ones. A Battlegrounds only tournament. Yeah, I mean, it could be possible one day maybe, but I don't think this map, like, the problem for me with like one map tournaments is I don't think that it's that much fun for me to cast. Like, I don't like watching like a single map tournaments either. So like King of the Desert, like it's obviously I'll like tune into like the finals, maybe even the semifinals, but I really don't like to watch Arabia. Same with Arena. Like Masters of Arena just happened. I watched like next to none of it until we got to the quarterfinals or the semifinals. And I didn't even watch the final all the way. I got to watch a little bit, and then it was over like the holiday event for the family stuff. So I don't know. I'm very happy we switched to this up, though. I'm really happy as Hitch is in chat, and he agrees, and I think that's true. The map system, we love it. We probably won't shy away from using it in future events either. We are going to be changing the way the snipes work, because I've had a lot of comments and a lot of people reach out about the snipes being the lower seeded player snipes first and then the higher player seed snipes it. And we're going to switch that to be universal, so they will both pick the civ they snipe at the same time, and then there'll be a reveal after that. So that will occur when the best of 5 start for each bracket. So the best of 5s will begin in the round of 8, and then we'll see that for the best of 5s will be the round of 8, which is technically the quarterfinals, and then into the semifinals will be best of 5, and then the finals for both brackets are best of 7. So that we'll see the same there, but obviously there it's a little bit more interesting, right? Because we're gonna have 7 maps out of the 13 played, and that's gonna be absolutely incredible to see so many maps. I would love to do more for the semifinals as well, but best of 7s are a lot of effort, a lot of work, and it takes a long time to play and cast them. So, being that we are not all professional Age of Empires players or casters at this moment, we'll leave that for the pros to do more of the longer sets, right? Maybe one day. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Nonetheless, this is a decider game, folks. Hindustanis for 1-shot. An interesting choice here. Hindustanis are not a civ that I would personally want to choose in this map, but as we see, 1-shot does have them here. And on the opposite side, Byzantines are a civ that I would definitely choose here. Gold runs in short supply on this map. We have limited relics on this map, and that can really make the game a little bit more interesting. How many relics do we have on this map, actually? Only 2 in this generation. I don't remember the odds of that, but it's normally 3, but we do have some generations where it's only 2. Like I said, this was a map that I envisioned to be very heavy, very extended feudal battles, and potentially even end in the feudal age. Now, I mean, that was just the original thought, the original idea. Obviously, everyone has taken it and ran with it in different directions, and we've seen everything from eagles to archers to super late stages on here. You have never seen that. The feudal play? No, you have. Maybe not full in feudal, but you've definitely seen very extended feudal ages. The most recent example and the best example that I can think of right now is when Knight noble, went super heavy into scouts, got them fully upgraded. His opponent went to the Castle Age and had some scouts himself, but not a ton of them. And Knight was able to dive under the town center with fully upgraded scouts and basically obliterate his opponent's co because of staying in feudal. Yeah, I know. It was spectacular. Like, that's the most recent moment that I can recall at this time. It's on my YouTube channel if you want to see it. I mean, there's other ones as well from earlier ones, but I can't recall them at this time. My brain has been in full caster mode for what, 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now, and that's all I've done. I have the only playing of the game that I've actually done is actually a couple like scenario, like 1v1 scenarios against the AI, just to try to unlock these stupid images in the mods for the event. Okay, it's like I was explaining how I wanted this. The original vision for this map was to be a very full or extended feudal map, and I brought up Knight Noble's game, his show match that I recall most recently, and I can't remember anything else earlier. It's too far apart, potentially, maybe, I don't know. The generations aren't always as far apart. I do like the generations being far apart because we are pushing players to the middle, right? And if players, say we had a player start here in this open area and at either spot where these players are, the middle would be more difficult to achieve. Drush is hard. Yeah, but we've seen the Drush. We've seen that turn into man-at-arms towers. I mean, we've seen so many things. It's honestly ridiculous. There's a hole here. Will he realize? Will he realize? Okay, he realizes last second. GothsGothsGoths has a lot of defensive spearmen here. These are super cheap to make as well, and we're going to see the walls come in for him. He will not go to the middle. We do have the middle control here right now, and we're on berry bushes. Don't know if there was hunt here. I'm really not doing a great job casting this one so far. I've been chatting too much, but that is what it is. And delete and a house, and yeah, GothsGothsGoths will be safe at home. And this is an approach we have not seen very much, where you just wall up, play spear defense, and sit behind your walls. This strategy, if the walls can be completed and there are no holes, can be extremely good because now, look, house wall behind, look at this economy, the market could be built soon and then we could buy our way up if we needed to. Not that it's necessary by any means, but back home we also see a little bit of a small wall up situation on the wood line. Makes a lot of sense. This is all downhill for those who may not be familiar with the map, so any sort of attack coming in on the wood line could be very devastating. Spearmen get chased away. Blacksmith's gonna come in behind. That will be another needed building, of course. Nope, he actually changed his mind and goes for the market, which actually I like better. Then he can buy his way up here. 1-shot is almost there as well. He also is building the market, and he is heavy on gold, so the timing for both will be quite quick. There's a large number of scouts, though, that will be roaming the map and holding map control, as a few of them go down, even. A villager will get back into the walls and survive. Castle Age click. Waiting on the gold still here for 1-shot, but he's clicked up as well now. We'll be getting the foraging upgrade, so he's going to try to do damage. These Hindustani scouts get +2 against these walls, though, so it will be more difficult to keep these things up. And he's sending quite a few vills, so he's aware of this. And we will have scale barding armor, so are we going to see a Byzantine camel play? They are cheaper. Makes some sense here. Some microing around, good micro to end the spears in different directions, and a few hits do come in there. Now, the real name of the game is map control, right? Obviously the gold is extremely limited, But to say that, Byzantines, not necessarily what you really want to have to do, but you could go for full trash composition at any point. So, we'll have to wait and see. He goes camels, he has to swarm. I agree, and he will be going into camels for sure, it looks like. I actually really like this play. I think it makes sense. He also, I think, will need to get the pikeman upgrade. But, oh, an archery range here, actually, for one shot. So he's not expecting the pikeman, or the camel switch. We see villagers coming forward. Where will he place the town center? This is very risky, of course, because the scouts are everywhere on the map. Double archery range. And we are going to see archers, crossbows, in fact. I love the use of the scouts here. We can switch over to his scouting, though. Look at that. He sees basically the entirety of the map right now. So he knows where everything is, and if he doesn't, he's barely missing it at this point. We'll see this coming in here, though, and the camels will be out. Hindustani camels obviously are going to be better, but with the cheap Byzantine camels, you can always expect it to be an interesting trade-off. We do have some pikes here, or spearmen here as well. Sorry, they haven't been upgraded yet. This town center looks like it's actually going to go up, which is going to be great for GothsGothsGoths, and some quick walls here. And Hindustani is mixing in crossbow. It will be interesting, but again, the camels are so much cheaper for the Byzantine player that we'll be really curious to see how he gets things situated. Well, not only missing sheep hitch, I think that obviously, like, as the game progressed, the middle control would be very awkward if we have players starting closer together. Yeah, red does have some idle time. You're not wrong. We'll see, though. We'll see if that comes into play. 2 TC faster. So, not the end of the world. Obviously, he has a TC in the middle as well, which I think is actually the biggest point. And these pikes are probably going to go down. Or spears, which is not great, but you know, they did what they had to do earlier on and defended. We have +2. We have better upgrades on the Byzantine camels right now. Obviously, Bloodlines is not in. However, +2 is. And we're going to see a little bit of a fight here. There's the hill bonus coming into effect here. But military numbers aren't the greatest here, and we're going to see a couple crossbows, couple camels, a few of the scouts go down. I actually don't mind this. I think there was a pause, headset died. And you know, limiting those numbers down, risking the camels again. He's not even concerned about losing the camels really at this point. And more camels continue to come forward. He is still only 2 stables. And we'll see a siege workshop. And I think this is the right play from GothsGothsGoths. He's got some control in the mid. He's got gold. He's on berries at home, or in the middle. He's gonna clean up this scout here. He's getting his eco upgrades. He has decent eco upgrades. Doesn't have wheelbarrow. 1-shot does have wheelbarrow. He's also 2 TCs behind this, but he's playing extremely open. He's gonna run out of this gold mine before you know it. And then this gold is still here. It's 2,400 gold. But then he has to move out and secure some more gold. But look here, GothsGothsGoths. He's moving across. He's going for the full map control play here. He's going to try to bleed the Hindustani player off of gold, and we all know that Hindustanis will struggle if that is going to be the case. I actually think that GothsGothsGoths is making every right move that he could here right now. The scorpions here. Scorpions are always an interesting one, but it will be enough. The camels are pretty decent in number. He's got more. He's continually producing military. He does have more LTC time, but overall, villager count is equal. And some camels move out to do some scouting here. Siege Workshop will be seen. The town center here will be seen. And he's actually going to take some HP off of those as well. This town center going to stone. Byzantine castles on this map can be quite good. And this is not a fight I think that our Hindustani player should take. He doesn't see the camels as well, apparently. The Scorpion bolts will do good damage behind here. And he's just going to dive. GothsGothsGoths has this fight in his favor. He pulls back. Interesting. Interesting. 1.45 for the upgrade. Alright, 1.6. So Hindustani player does have husbandry in already. A few more scouts trying to do some damage. Could be dealt with quickly. Probably isn't too much of a concern. Alright, and now we see our Hindustani player moving out to the gold here. But will he have very long? A castle forward could really limit the gold access here for 1-shot. Mangonel being added. I really think that all the right moves are being made here for GothsGothsGoths. I don't think that 1-shot going this double gold comp is going to do him any good when he runs out of gold. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. I mean, he's down to a little under 2,400 now. He could secure this pile of gold. But 6 on stone, a lot of siege on the map, a lot of camels on the map. Camel upgrades are better for our GothsGothsGoths player as well. And we see some market usage here. Alright, he will get a town center up, but now the siege is here. Will he see it? Does he see it is the question. He does not see it, but he has sent the siege this way, and he will see it. And he will be able to deny this town center, potentially? Oh, this could be huge. It's going to be very close. Villagers are getting hit. Villagers are getting taken out. The CC does go up. The villagers do survive, not all of them though, and the Scorpions, the Mangonel, crossbow all meet here in this engagement. And this is way better for our Byzantine player. One Mangonel shot misses, the next one misses. The Scorpions though, doing a decent job. Again, this is the problem, and now we have a spot for this castle to get hit, right? The Mangonel's here. It goes unnoticed, it looks like. Another Mangonel behind. The crossbows are moving forward. Whoa, boy, this is risky. Oh, the Scorpions. Oh, and the Mangonels. Oh, this is ugly for 1-shot. 1-shot may have just lost the game. Oh, man, everything's falling. I think it's over. I don't think he can do it. And look at our GothsGothsGoths behind this. He can have the cheap Imperial Age. He can click Imp now. He needs the buildings though. And you know, he's just going to drop a castle somewhere. Ooh. Castle here. This could be seen though. This castle could be denied. Will it be seen is the question. I don't think it matters. These villas are going to drop a castle, but where? The town center's doomed as well. Oh, and it's in his face. And this gets noticed. The siege is coming. There's no military to defend this. This very well could get denied. Jabari with the sub. Thank you, Jabari. And this castle... even if it goes up, he's lost so much. And it will go up. And the Mangonels will go down. The camels will run. There's a few geese there that weren't taken, apparently. And the raids are on. And this is looking very bad. This castle goes up. Imperial Age will come behind this for our Byzantine player. That was just so bad. I don't know what happened with his crossbows and everything going forward, but the siege took it all out. This castle goes up. Imp is clicked. And even with Imp clicked, the res floating behind this is absolutely insane. 97 vills to 84. Military counts 25 to 1. Oof. And just now there's Imp for a Hindustani player, but 1-shot is losing so many vills here. Just look at the villager count on the bottom here, just getting racked up. This goes unnoticed somehow. And this is not good for 1-shot. 1-shot is potentially GG here. I think that fight was the turning point. I did not like the composition. It finally gets noticed. 34 kills before Camel started to die. 34 kills before the Camel started to die. The Eco KD is 43 to nothing right now. And Imp will be faster, and this is a Byzantine castle, so it does have more HP. Oh, and that's the... I mean, the Scorpions won't do that enough to that, but... still awkward. Yeah, this is looking over, and we're going to see Scouts, Light Cav being added in here. Oh, these camels are into the wood line. They're going to do even more damage. These are downhill hits, too, a lot of these, so they're doing lots and lots of damage. More and more villagers going down here. Population for 1-shot just getting wrecked. And Imp's going to be in. Going to be camels behind this. Light Cav behind this. Nope. GG. Well played. Good luck. Next. GothsGothsGoths with a another upset in this bracket. Oh my goodness. GG indeed. It really all comes back to the fight here with the crossbows. It really does. It really does. I don't know. I don't know if it would have been better if he would have been able to keep that alive. He still was going to be under a lot of pressure here with this Imperial Age being faster. And this being a Byzantine castle. Blue's gold spot was right here that he had control of. And then he had one out front where this castle was, and he didn't move out. He didn't take any of the middle of the map, and GothsGothsGoths did a wonderful job doing such a thing. And then he lost his army. Yep. GG's. Wow. What an interesting set between the two of them here. 1-shot, the 2 seed in the tournament here for the 1300 bracket. I'm going to switch to the bracket. We're going to update the bracket here. And then there's going to be spoilers. So if you're looking to avoid spoilers, now would be the time to look away. We'll pull up the full bracket here for you guys. Actually, we're just going to do the top 16. Spoilers, you've been warned. Here we go. GothsGothsGoths, the number 18 seed, taking it 2 games to 1 over 1-shot here. And we've had some upsets. The last 2 sets that I've cast from this bracket, the lower seeds advanced. I don't know if maybe it's they got some more games in, some more practice in. What happened here? Let's take a quick look here. So GothsGothsGoths actually ended up with an admin win in the first round. So this is the first time we've seen him play. This Magic Mocha played in the higher bracket because this account of his was a controller account, and on the Xbox you cannot play on custom maps, I guess. Very confusing situation. And then DJ took both of his previous sets 2 games to 1. So it's been very interesting so far. So basically, it's huge upset. So the bottom part of the bracket, the highest seed that we might see go deeper is the 6th seed. And that's a question mark upon itself, right? Obviously, the upsets of the seeds are very interesting. I'm kind of in shock that we've seen 2 big upsets. The number 2 and number 3 ranked players are out of here. So, interesting indeed. I have more sets to cast, obviously. Lots more sets to cast. Thank you guys for being here, though. I do appreciate it. I've been doing so many sets lately that I'm just exhausted. So I am just doing this one set tonight. I've casted Oh, so many sets. So many sets. Ridiculous. So we're up to what here? Why does this do this to me? We've casted 14 sets from this bracket alone. 14 best of threes already. And then obviously we've already casted a handful from the 1700 bracket, so. Whew. Yeah, okay, so I agree. Map knowledge and preparation is huge. And again, we've seen some all-in plays work on Mott and Bailey that probably should not have worked, but players think that they can just do a fast castle, and that's just how the cookie crumbles, right? I don't know if I'm a casting god, but thank you, Gatus, for the kind words. More sets to come tomorrow. Let me see.